Hytale has the potential to become more popular than Minecraft. Now, hear us out. Minecraft will always have a soft spot in our hearts, and it's a game that will remain popular as years go by, just like it's remained ever since it came out. For those who don't know, Hytale is a game currently in development by the creators of Hypixel, the world's most dedicated Minecraft server. So suffice to say that they know what they're doing. The fact that Hytale could not only take Minecraft's place is not only a real possibility, but it has happened before. Most cases, whatever form of media that came out first and broke ground on their respective field remains as much of a masterpiece as always. Usually with clones and adaptations that never fully grasp the concept that made it popular in the first place. It happens in books, movies, video games, you name it. It's not unheard of. There is one situation, however, in which a game became so popular in so little time that people thought there would be no other that could ever compete with it, and that any attempt would be nothing more than a clone or a ripoff. This game is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. This is the game that sparked the craze for battle royales by having 100 players fight it out until only one remained. At the time, it looked unbeatable, with millions of players worldwide praising the game as the popularity skyrocketed in record time. Then Fortnite came out. The game itself had been released years prior, but the developers had decided to add a new mode, a free one, that allowed players to battle it out the same way PUBG did. Now let's take a look at the case of Hytale and Minecraft. When people see a world made of blocks and with similar aesthetic to Minecraft, they can't help but compare the two. However, Minecraft is more of an inspiration of style rather than a copy of Minecraft 2.0. The same way that Fortnite is an inspiration of PUBG, no one would look at both games at first glance and say that one is a ripoff of the other. They're based on the same premise, but the execution is different. Sometimes it's unavoidable to compare them, and the truth is that a lot of Minecraft's audience, including us, is going to be drawn to Hytale. However, there are a number of things that set Hytale apart from its predecessor and give it the opportunity to become even bigger if they play their cards right. Main differences between Hytale and Minecraft. First of all, Hytale is more of an RPG rather than a sandbox. It dives deeper into story and lore compared to the more bare-bones approach of Minecraft. This is evident just from the teaser trailers. There's more of a focus on leveling up and advancing through the story rather than exploring. One of the key characteristics of Minecraft was that it doesn't tell you what to do at all. In fact, most people would look up the recipes and crafting methods on the wiki. It wasn't until a few updates that the option of fighting a dragon and finishing the game even came out. So most of what made Minecraft so appealing was that there were no wrong answers. You could essentially do whatever you wanted. And while Hytale does have a similar approach, the developers are willing to expand on the game's mechanics and lore. To be completely honest with you all, compared to all the features, mobs, mechanics, and elements that Hytale is going to be adding to the table, Minecraft seems unfinished. Let me show you a few of the reasons why I think this, which will also highlight the plenty of opportunities the games have to hook players and become the next big thing. Minecraft doesn't have the best optimization, considering how most players prefer to install a mod called Optifine just to play the game with a decent performance. It goes to show you how Minecraft hasn't received much love from its developers. Granted, we have to keep in mind that Minecraft was created by one guy. Still, after being acquired by Microsoft and having more than enough funding to make it better, there really isn't any excuse as to why people still have to tweak performance on their own to play. The crafting system is different. Now this is not exactly an improvement, it's just more of a fun difference. Personally, we prefer Minecraft's crafting system. Hytale works pretty similar to other survival games where you just need the ingredients to craft something, and if you have them, you'll be able to automatically craft it. This is a stark contrast to Minecraft, where you have to have the ingredients and know the actual combination of where everything's placed on the grid to be able to create the item you intended. Not only that, but you also need to have the recipe in Hytale, which might make it more satisfying to find, but could potentially get old pretty quick. One of the perks of Minecraft is to be able to craft whatever you want, providing you have the resources. If you wanted to know how to create an item, you could just Google it. Both games also have the potion crafting aspect to them, although from what we've seen, Hytale seems to expand on it, not to mention that Hytale seems to have a proper magic system, where you can have a staff, a wand, or a book to craft spells. If this mechanic has anything to do with the potion crafting system, or if they should be considered two different systems, it's still up in the air. This is an opportunity, however, for Hytale to take advantage of the weirdly and unintuitive way Minecraft handles the potion recipes, and hopefully give a chance for newcomers to create their own potions early in the game. considering that in Minecraft you have to go to the Nether to get proper materials to create your first potion. Farming seems to be more complex in Hytale, taking into account the weather, the wildlife, and even the stages of growth of the crops. Hytale also introduces factions. Compare this to the more simplistic approach of Minecraft, where the mobs are likely to either try to murder you, wait for you to murder them, or scream Houdini at you. These different races and factions will either align or oppose you, depending on your actions and input into the world. Speaking of mobs, they seem to be more complex in Hytale. This is a system that most gamers don't pay attention to, but it's one of those things that, once you see it, you can't unsee. It's the ability of AI to behave accordingly with other AI. Think of how wild animals can randomly attack enemy hideouts in the Far Cry series. This seems to be the case as well in Hytale, where animals will hunt each other in factions and attack opposing parties. Going back to Minecraft, where most mobs will be neutral or hostile towards you, while Hytale introduces a detection system on the trailers where some mobs will only become hostile once they see you or only if you provoke them. There's also a wide variation of said mobs. Some have said that Hytale will have over 130 different mobs with different races and creatures, all with their own behaviors, cultures, and ecosystem. Another essential aspect of gameplay is sound. If you're a Minecraft veteran, then the calm, relaxing music on the background when you're on and about in the world and mining away will bring a smile to your face. This is as far as Minecraft gets since it lacks a true ambience in terms of sounds around the world. Hytale's ambient system changes depending on your location. Like hearing an echo in a cave or the wind around you with branches crashing against each other, Hytale will bring a very much needed variety in bosses. The bosses in Minecraft are scarce, making them more of a challenge and awe-inspiring note of how much you've advanced through the game. But there's little else to do or fight other than regular enemies in between. So having a more expansive list of bosses and sub-bosses would not only give the game more of a difficult curve, potentially making it more enjoyable, but also give a sense of aliveness to the world. The modding community has thrived in the last few years, and a game like Minecraft is like a safe haven for those willing to have their imagination run wild with possibilities. From adding new aspects to the game to completely changing it, there's no doubt that the modding community will find a home in Hytale. This game is shaping up to give tools and even a game mode that encourages them to create their own mods. In just a few trailers and snippets, we've seen that the combat also seems to be more varied, with different weapon categories, types, animations, and attacks. And now that we're diving into the territory of animators, the movement in Hytale looks swift and polished, providing a wide range of emotes. This is a step in the right direction, especially in terms of multiplayer. Again, being completely honest with you, I hope that we can dab. Gotta feel that 2017 nostalgia. Seeing the creators of Hytale are also the ones who created the most dedicated servers in Minecraft, we can expect some overall improvements to matchmaking and the online aspects of the game. Also, considering that the multiplayer already plays a big part in Minecraft, it's safe to say that Hytale will be highly customizable. It's still unsure we'll be able to upload our own skins, which will likely be the case, but from the looks of it, there's already a bunch of different options to customize our characters. So that's it for this video, folks. Hope you enjoyed, and if you made it this far, do let us know in the comment section down below. Till next time, this is Hytale Loop, and we'll see you in the next one.